So when you first start Savage Lands, they actually give you a list of things to do on day one. They don't continue to do that. It's literally just your first day, what to do. And you can see that here in top right. Now this is where they drop you. Now what you're going to want to do is the first thing you're going to want to do is pick up the hatchet, the cloth, the flint, everything right here that sits here. Stone, you're going to need more stones than that, but that's it. Look around you, read the lore. The one good thing about reading the lore is you can see these. You can get to this menu by hitting K, K on your keyboard. But here, the question mark, these are what they want you to do. So, some of them are easier than others, like the eye on the keyboard, or to look at your inventory, things like that. But now that we have this, you can use your mouse wheel to scroll through items on your, quick bar down bottom. Anything in the 5 here are in your right hand, and then whatever's in this far left one is in your left hand. I don't know if I said that right, but right and left. And generally you're going to use a shield or something in your left, but you'll find that later. So now that we have this, we can go chop down a tree. All right. These are not trees; these are bushes. We want to find a tree with a long trunk like this one here. Okay. We need to collect a little bit of wood. You can just click and hold down, and it'll keep chopping. Once it chops, you get one log on the top of the tree, and you gotta chop it and get all your logs. So pick up all the logs, the bark. And what you're going to want to do, see, you start here, but you're going to want to go along the water to the left. And you see that bridge right here? Crossing that bridge is a little town. Already has a fire going. You're going to need to build a fire for day one, but at least this one's here, so you can go ahead and take advantage of it and pick up what's around it. Okay. You're going to find a lot of cool stuff here. There's some more logs. There's a house here that you can go ahead and put together if you'd like. But I would save my materials to go ahead and finish this, but you'll find some more cloth threads here. Okay. Seeing we just finished that quest. Alright. Now we never viewed the inventory, so we can go ahead and do that to finish that one. These are what the chest you're going to put down somewhere. That doesn't help you much right now. But you can drop it on the ground and use it as your storage that you can come back to and save things. So here's your shield. You can go ahead and equip that. And there's your helmet. You can go ahead and equip that. I recommend going ahead and putting the bandages on. Take these materials out because you don't really need the materials in your hand. So, and this here is a weapon that they start you with as a new player. Okay. The meat you're going to want as you get hungry, but you're not going to have to worry about it right now, so we'll go ahead and move it. Alright, so let's see what we have. Collect 1 stick. Okay, you can get sticks from when you're chopping trees down, sometimes it'll drop it, but sometimes you just find a bush, like this. Break it up. And you're going to want to collect the berries because it's food. And not see a stick, so... you're going to need plenty of wood, so it doesn't hurt to go ahead and chop down trees. As many as you want. You're going to need them for your lean-to as well. So, not a bad idea to go ahead and chop them down. Okay. You're going to find sticks just laying around after a while, but if you chop down some of these skinny plants, occasionally they drop. There you go, there's a stick. Okay. So, picked up our stick. What do we have left? Collect 6 stones, okay? Stones, relatively easy. Best place to grab them are just to come across here because there's a lot of other materials here as well. But stone is just going to be your normal rocks. Rocks that don't have any special characteristics to them. See how that's got a color to it? You'll have different colors. But now with this axe, it takes quite a few hits to get the stone. We got salt. Hit E to pick it up. But you just keep going. And eventually... there's flint. there's a stone. So we just keep going until we complete the stone collection. Okay, so we got 6 stones. Alright, next we need to build a campfire. Well, we're going to be over here a lot collecting these materials because we're going to want this coal, and then there's some tin over there. Tin's going to be very important. Coal will later, but tin earlier. So what we're going to want to do here is hit K on the keyboard, and you can see the things that you can build. Let's see. I said earlier K. K goes to your crafting menu. J comes to this book. J, you can come here because you can build these types of things. So we're going to select our campfire, place it anywhere that's green. See, it turns red if you can't place it. So green. Whoops. Hit E to place it. And then here you'll see apply components. If you hit E, it applies one component at a time. If you hit Q, it puts them all in. If you have them in your inventory. Okay. We need 3 more stones in order to complete our fire. So I'm going to go ahead and come back over here. Good times. I feel like it ended the collect 6 stone missions early, and it shouldn't have. There's one. Oh, we broke our axe. Now, to repair our axe, we will hit K. Go to the broken sword, and this shows things that you have that can be repaired. If it's bright, it means that you can go ahead and you have the proper materials to do it. So we'll repair that. Okay, and we will continue. Now, some things that do more damage will do better. Like you'll get a hammer later, and the hammer will actually do a better job than this hatchet. This hatchet takes forever. Now, this mace, now you really want to save this for fighting creatures, but it will do it faster. For the sake of this video, I'm going to do this. See, it took 2 hits instead of 10 or whatever it was. Okay. So now we have our fire. So the next thing it wants us to do is build a lean-to. A lean-to you're going to get to the same way. Hit J, and then over. There's a lean-to right here. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll place that somewhere. So that we have it here. I don't know if we'll have room. Oh. There we go. We do have a spot. I always want to left click for some reason. So we hit Q. It puts all the materials that we have on it. You see we're missing quite a few sticks, some string, and some stone. So let's go ahead and hit stone. Oh. Once it stops making the clank noise, it means you're no longer collecting anything from it. That should be enough. Okay. And you remember Q throws it all on there. So now we got that. Alright, now we need a lot of sticks and string. Okay. We're going to need our axe to collect sticks. And we're going to have to actually kill some creatures to get the string. Now, anything you see along the way that you can pick up and have inventory space for, you might as well pick up. And while we're at it, we're collecting berries too, so. And there's a stick. It's going to take a while at this rate, but sometimes it'll drop more than one. It looks like generally one. But you're going to want to collect all those frost berries anyway because they are important for survival. And if we see a deer along the way, we're going to chase him down and kill him because you got to kill 2 deer. And the one good thing about deer is the meat. You're going to want the deer meat in order to feed that hunger, because you'll see that the hungrier you get, down in the bottom left, that yellow bar, or yellow and green, the hungrier you get, the less stamina you have, and if the hunger goes all the way down, you will die. How many did I need? I need 10 total, right? I've got 4. Okay. It's not always tedious. When you're building something and you want to build it right away, it is, but normally you build something and then you can just go back to it as you have the materials while you're out hunting or doing whatever else, exploring. But for the sake of getting day one completed, we're going to go ahead and do this. See, there's 2 sticks in that one. When you are out hunting, be sure to have food with you and the materials to make a fire, because you will get cold relatively quickly. And if you get in the water, you get even colder. If you go in areas that have, that's enough. If you go in areas that have blizzards, and you'll see there's like white, like see that white going across. You'll see little tunnel areas that have that. Okay, there's a deer. Let's chase him down. Eventually, they slow down. Of course, so do you. Ran out of stamina. Kind of getting hungry. Yeah, let's let that stamina move up. There we go. Now we can get our stamina all the way up so we can actually chase them down. Deer always run from you. You only have to hit them once or twice, though, to take them down. So once the stamina goes up, we'll chase them down, we'll kill them. If we can get 2 deer, go ahead and get them killed. We will grab the meat if we have space. I don't know. And we need the screen, so okay, that should do it. Alright, so he's gonna run. We'll be able to catch him because we'll have no stamina. Too bad. Got him. Alright, hit eat a loot. Take that. Take the sinew. Alright, now the other guy, he actually ran towards our camp. We gotta go back that way anyway. So I'm gonna walk to let my stamina regenerate. As soon as we get too close and he's about to run, we run. Run. There we go. Alright. I believe we only needed 2, right? Let's look. Yeah, 2. Okay, so now we can go ahead and run back. Let's get down to the water real quick. See where we are. I still get lost sometimes. While we're down this way, if you go far to the right from where you start, along the water, you will find things. And this is the boat. Always read the lore, so you get it in your book. But you see we got some boots, so we'll put those on, minor heal potion, good spot for stuff over here. So boots are important because they'll help you with your cold, as well as some protection. So we actually ran further than I thought we did. Because we went through the woods, which is kind of dangerous, but alright. There's a good bit to explore. It's kind of a small island, but to the woods a little faster. Stamina come back. Okay. Now, if you remember, this is where we started. Okay, so now we just have to go over this. And again, it would have been good if I just went back to the woods. But when you're hunting deer, just try to remember the direction you went so that you don't get completely lost, like I just did. By the way, right here, there's another sack. So you can actually store more. See? Each time you get a sack, it creates another one of these. This is the battle-worn one that I just picked up, and then Savage Bag of Adventures, the one I started with. Okay. Whenever you see good stuff laying on the ground, just pick it up. can go through the water, but you will get cold fast. Like it's noticeably quick. So better to go along land if you can. Okay. Quiet. We created our lean-to. Now all we have left is bandages. Okay. Bandages are going to require those cloths that you picked up earlier, as well as salt. And when you're collecting stone, if you remember, we did find some salt. Now you can hit J, go that way, or you can just hit K. You can go to this and look for basic bandages, and we must be missing something. Let's see. Basic bandages, cloth shreds. We only have 3. Okay, so we're gonna need more cloth shreds. Okay. And cloth shreds are actually laying around everywhere. But you'll find them when you loot creatures. Pick up these berries, tree nuts. You will find them all over the place. But what I think I'm going to do, for the sake of this, because we don't want to go exploring for them, is take. You need that whetstone, and destroy. Well, here first of all, let's see if we can have these. I can't remember what's in these. Some meat, an apple. Okay. 3 bandages. Or 3 cloths. I don't know if there's a way to. Cotton. That's right. Okay, so instead of just looking around for them, you can find cotton, which is right next to this place. See all these? This is a cotton field. Sorry, I had a brain freeze there for a second. I couldn't remember what I was doing. So now that we have some cotton, we don't need to collect it all, but we can come here and make cloth shreds out of the cotton. Okay. Then we can make our bandages. You see, we finished our day. You can verify it by hitting J and going to the question mark. So, survival checklist, we went ahead and got it all done pretty quickly. So, that's that. You can destroy all these for materials. They'll give you wood, stone, things like that. There's a lot more to do, but we'll talk about each thing as time goes on in like our next video. So, thanks for watching.